Yay, I figured it out. Episode.
Yay.
You were a musical theater kid, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. You remember the concept of taking like making a bold physical choice?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Hey, man, this is Redbeard, and I'm your co-host today for this whole podcast. Because I have glasses on, it makes my voice sound like this.
Wow, I love Redbeard. I'm so honored to co-host with him.
I just saw these glasses. I'm like, let's do it. Um, so, how's your week?
Okay, well, let me just tell you. Let me get into it.
Jump in.
When you, I think the did I ever tell you about me hitting my face when I was in
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Arizona? I told
yeah,
you about that?
yeah. You had it on
Okay.
TV or something, or someone carried you
Yeah,
into
I
something.
got whacked into a TV, and then after that, I had this huge eye infection under my eye because, like, I'm a notorious eyebrow plucker. I keep my eyebrows real nice and thin,
Hmm.
which I've been doing for years. But ever since I whacked my head, I'm getting these like crazy infections, right?
Hmm.
So it happened again, and so I have this like huge like it oozed out this morning, so it's like honestly way less smaller today than it has been for the last like week.
Okay.
But I
Is that why
literally
you're a little dim today?
dim. What
Like,
do
is
you
that why your
mean?
lighting's a little dim?
Oh no, I'm in a different spot of this room because there's a cactus on this table in front of me that I can't move. So
Ah,
I feel like the lighting's a little bit off, and also it's a little bit gloomy in LA. Like, what is this May gray? Don't know, but I don't like it.
let's ask Redbeard.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, man, I get it.
Yeah.
How's
Okay, cool.
that?
I'm so glad that he agrees.
um. Okay, so you got ooze on the eye.
Yeah, but
Aren't you
I
like a medical mess anyway? Like, didn't aren't you the girl who like gets chlamydia every time she hooks up with a guy?
oh
Isn't
my
that your?
God. Wow, there's some of my dirty laundry right now.
You said it on the show
Yes,
before.
I've had it 4 times. Okay.
God, how dirty are these
Uh,
dudes?
who knows?
How
And
dirty
you
are these dudes?
you'd think like, oh, I'll learn my lesson by like knowing. I'll know that they're dirty, but you don't know.
You just scream won't learn lesson like
No, I
that's your.
haven't. Really clearly haven't.
Oh man. Well, good luck with your I. Good luck with your
Thanks.
V. Good luck with your V. Good luck with all the letters. I had a fun LA experience this weekend.
Okay.
Or this week. It was actually last Saturday, and my friend Scott and my friend Josh said, "Come meet me at the Naughty Pig." I'm like,
Is Scott the one that came with us to the show?
"Yeah, he's tall.
Okay, yeah, that one. Got it.
Yeah, and nice guy, tall, and you wouldn't like him. He's employed. He's
I
a
met
good.
him. I met him.
He's super cool. You wouldn't like him at all. He probably would never dump your purse. Um, anyways, so he tells me this story about the previous week. He was there with his other friend, and they had a wingman situation with these two girls who were hanging out at the bar. And
Mhm.
he wingmanned his friend to a girl he said was sassy, and that was the only description he gave. And he said the other girl, I guess, was a big drinker. So
Hmm.
his friend went home with this girl who was a big drinker, and I guess she just threw up all over the place and passed out. And he was like, "I'm gonna go,"
Ooh.
and so we're at the bar, and it's me, Scott, Josh, and these two girls. I guess there were the two girls from before, and this Scottish guy who's drunker than maybe any person who's ever been drunk. Like he's the drunkest, and he's like one of those like why, yeah, right, you don't get it, and blah, and just like, and like all I could do was just go, does he have any idea how drunk he is? Like he was just, it was
Do you know
awful.
this guy personally?
No,
No?
never met him.
Okay.
But he all of a sudden he breaks out into this argument with one of the girls who has her back turned to us, and he's like, you know what the difference between you and I is? You went to Harvard, and I'm from the fucking streets. And he goes, I want you to look me in the eye and fucking recognize that right now. And Scott gets up because he realizes a fight's going down and walks over to just stand next to the girl. And then I'm like, oh man, because then he's gonna start punching, and I gotta move, and I'm having like cheese sticks you know, and I don't want to move.
They have cheese sticks at the Naughty Pig?
I think they were actually cheese fries. Sorry, I
But
misspoke.
I didn't know they had food there.
Oh yeah, the food's great.
Huh.
It's definitely worth the trip. Now that the beanery is burnt, the pig is is the new hut. Is the new hut.
What time do they stop serving food at the Naughty Pig?
Probably like midnight.
Wait, but isn't it just like a dance floor in there?
That's upstairs.
Oh, I guess I really have only been like twice.
Yeah, I mean they have good food. They've got good subs. They've got like you can, as an appetizer you can get mini corn dogs. Like
Mm.
it's pretty dope. It's pretty good bar food.
I guess we'll
Anyways,
have to check it out.
you're gonna have to. So anyways, I went to, so he starts screaming at her. Scott walks over, and then the guy's all like, "Don't touch me," and walks out or staggers out. So then the two girls are a little freaked out. They want to come sit over at our table. So they start talking to us, and they were the meanest girls I've ever met. Like 5 minutes into this conversation, I was like, I totally get where that guy was
These were
coming
the
from.
two girls that they went out with before, the
Yeah,
drunk
yeah,
one
yeah.
and the sassy one?
Yeah, and
Okay.
the drunk one mentioned Harvard like 500 times,
Okay.
and like how she has a big house in the hills,
Mm,
and I'm just like yawn. And then every time she was mean to me, I just started laughing because I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
And I'm not like I don't give any fucks. I'm just saying like I don't know you. Why you're being mean to me? It does nothing more
Yeah.
than make me laugh. And so this is an actual quote from her. She's like, she goes, "What do you, I go, what is your occupation? What do you do?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm an attorney." I was like, "Oh, that's great. I used to work in law. I love the law. It fascinates me. I worked in the field of marriage and family. What kind of law do you do?" And she's like, "Commercial litigation." I said, "Great." I said, "So you love to argue?" She goes, "No." I'm like, "Okay, you're a litigator. Are you sure? Okay, whatever." And then she goes, "What do you do?" And I said, "Well, I said nothing that interesting. I write for game shows, like classic game shows." She says, "Quote, I love game shows. What game shows do you work on?" Which to me means she likes game shows and
Hmm.
wants to know what game shows I work on.
Yeah.
So I said, "Well, I'm working on Name That Tune and I'm getting ready to jump on Hollywood Squares." By the time I got to the S in the second Hollywood Square, she goes, "I don't want your fucking resume."
What?
And I was like, "Whoa, what do you even do with this?" So again, I started laughing. And then I just, from that point, I was just like, I don't ever want to talk to anyone ever again in my life.
What else what are you supposed to say? If someone asks you that question, you respond with
That's
a
what I did.
formal answer.
I totally did. And I was just like, oh man, this is a dark human. She's got some troubles. She's upset about some stuff. And I'm not playing.
Crazy.
I'm not participating. But there was definitely that period of time where I was just like, what a cunt. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just banana stuff. And then like I just think that people are jacked in general. Like I still like, do you like as like thirst trap butt shower, do you get trolls?
Not too often. I feel like I don't have enough of an audience to really get trolls.
I get them so often now that I'm super famous. Um and that my video like every once in a while I'll have a video that'll pop and it'll be from like weeks or months ago and it'll just keep going and going and going and I have this
No, keep going. Sorry.
no, I was just gonna say I've got this one that's going right now that just hit like 2 point something million, and it's like it's one of me going, "Do you think God made asparagus in the shape it's in because He wants vegans to eat a dick?"
Yeah.
And okay, so I get people who immediately think I've never had a vegetable. They come right at me. They're like, "Sad motherfucker, never had a vegetable, animal murderer." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And then today I got this funny one. It was just like this guy goes, "That would be really funny if you were funny. You're not funny. Fuck you." And I was like,
Thank you.
"Yeah." And I was like, and I responded, "Tough talk from a guy on private who looks like he coaches pedophiles," because I thought it was a good answer.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then he responds, "Again, refer to my first comment. You are not funny." I was like, block. I don't
Was this
care.
on TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram. TikTok,
Okay.
I don't get a lot of fire on TikTok.
I'll say when I was like blowing up for a second in 2021 on TikTok, I had like one video go really viral and a few other things. But the one video that really blew up, it was obviously a thirst trap. And a lot of the comments were like, "Oh my God, she looks like she's on drugs." And I was like, I'm literally like one of the most sober people you'll ever meet. Like,
Right.
okay, yeah, I'll like drink a little, I'll smoke a little weed, but I'm like in terms of like hardcore drugs, which what they were referring to, they're like, oh, she's coked out, like she's on Xanax. And I was like, literally, like you're so far from the truth. But I was just like, yeah, like sorry, I'm actually sober. Like I don't know. I was just like responding with like dumb things, being like, oh, like I wish I knew how to party like that. Like I was like,
Right.
I literally, I don't even do that shit.
It shouldn't
But
make you mad, but it does.
yeah,
It's like, you're not supposed to swing at pitches in the dirt and like blow off people who are just obviously upset about other things, but like
yeah,
you'll just be living your life doing what you want to do, and some fuckbag comes in with something and it just cuts. It just you're just like,
you're like,
hey, this is
oh.
I hate it. Are you watching any cool shows right now?
The one show I've been kind of hooked on right now, which I'm like I have to wait till tomorrow for new episodes to come out. It's like honestly really dumb, but I love reality TV. Like God, I cannot wait. Someone get me on a reality TV show. Like I will eat that shit up.
Okay.
Um, but
Would you do a reality dating show?
yes, please get me on it. Get
Would
me
you do
on it.
Would you do Bachelor or Bachelorette?
Yes. Oh, yes. I would do any of it. Like get me on Love Island, Bachelor, any of it. But there's this show on Peacock right now. It's called Love Undercover, and it's these like 5 international famous soccer players, and they come to LA looking for love, but they're not allowed to tell these girls that they're dating that they're like famous soccer players. So they have to like lie to them and be like, "Oh, I'm a construction worker. Oh, I work in like ad sales, like random things." And then these girls are kind of like what like are kind of catching on to like what do they really do? Like no one really talks about their jobs, whatever. But it's juicy. It's not the way they do like a normal reality dating show.
Right.
But right now, the last episode that just ended, they're like taking one girl that they really like back to their hometown, whether it be London, Spain, wherever the fuck they're from, and then they're like going to introduce them to their families over there. And then they finally get to reveal the big secret that they're like, oh, I'm a famous soccer player.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
so dumb, but I'm like, ooh, like I
That'd
love
be
it.
that'd be super fun. I'd love to see you on The Bachelor. I'd love that.
I just know, like, get me in a confessional room, like I will stir the pot, I will spill the tea. Which I'm like, I don't know if Bachelor's like the greatest place for that. Like, I feel like Love Island is more like I can really
Is Love
start.
Island where everyone's in a bikini and they bone all the time?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, there's a couple on there that are just like there's some that I like that are implied sexual, and
Yeah.
some that are so over the top sexual that it's just a turnoff because it's like it's the difference between like Maxim and Playboy. Like Maxim, you can imagine how fantastic somebody looks underneath stuff. And Playboy, it's like, here are my nipples, and they look like fucking pizza nip pepperonis.
Yeah.
Like there was one show I was watching. He's like, and this guy, if I can remember it, I will. But it was something like hot festival or something, or I don't know. But this guy walks up. He's like, I'm totally hitting Beth. He's like, but I'm really into Karen, or whatever. And then all of a sudden, Karen's just like, I'm into you too. And Beth is like, fuck you. We just fucked. I'm just like, this isn't a show. This is a Florida. We're more real. It was just crazy, but I get it.
Like I would I like don't get me wrong, I would be there for the right reasons in terms of like, yeah, sure, like I'm going to look for love.
On
But
Love
also,
Island.
yes. Or if I were on The Bachelor, like I would be there for the right reasons. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be there like to be looking for fame. But also, I just know my personality. My personality would catch on so well to people would be like, oh, like I just know they'd either turn me into the villain real quick or
Mhm.
like some, yeah,
I
I
just
would be a
know
character.
our podcast would blow up. I'm all for it. I think you should definitely do it. That'd be super huge. Um, do you go when you go to Vegas? What's your Vegas fun all about?
I've only been to Vegas like once, maybe twice.
So it's probably not your thing if you're like super sober and super like not fun.
I'm
According to
fun.
you. According to
I
you.
look, I will drink. I will drink. I'll have fun. But like I'm not sitting there like doing, some nose candy or things like that. But um I went to Vegas once in 2019. My friend was friends with this guy who worked at Black Rabbit Rose, and he was like, oh, we're opening up a new club in Vegas tomorrow. Do you guys want to go? And we were like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Gets
Mhm.
us like Jet Suite X tickets like that night, the next day, like literally 12 hours later, we're on like a little jet on the way to Vegas. And then we literally just stayed there for like 2 nights and hung out by the pool all day. We like didn't do anything crazy.
What's that like to just be at a bar and have a guy go, "Do you and your friend want private jet tickets to Vegas tomorrow and you can hang out? We'll take care of it." What is that like? Like,
It was
what?
really crazy, to be honest, because I was like, well, I have a dog, like I don't know what to do, and ended up working out. But I was just like, and like, what is my life? Like, I swear, like I used to do the craziest things when I first lived here. That like to me now, I'm like, it either seems normal or I'm like, how did I even get to do that? I feel like my life now is so mundane's not the right word, but I feel like I'm so jaded by things that I'm like, I don't even know that I could get myself back into that situation.
Jaded by Los Angeles? That's so weird. I just don't see myself sitting at the Naughty Pig eating fries and having someone come up and be like, "Hey, buddy, tomorrow we're opening up a club. You and your other friend who's also eating cheese fries want private jet tickets, and it'll be awesome. It'll be great. Next thing I know, I'm by the pool eating more cheese fries."
Yeah, it was
What's happening?
it was quite interesting.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. What I got a bunch of topics on here today. Um, so is there? No, that's a dumb question. What is your least favorite human maintenance? Like you said, you pluck your eyebrows all the time. I just got back from the dentist.
Least favorite
Least favorite human maintenance?
for sure. This is gonna sound so dirty. Not like okay,
Not four times chlamydia dirty, but like
no,
totally
but like
different.
I hate I also have like really strange like sensory issues with like my ADHD or OCD, whatever it links to. I'm pretty sure I have autism, whatever, who gives a fuck? But um I hate showering and I hate shaving because I hate the feeling of like I'm dry and then having to get my body all wet. But then once I'm in the shower and I'm wet, I don't want to dry off. And then I have to put lotion on because I have really sensitive skin. But then if I don't wait for the lotion to sink in and dry all the way, if I put clothes on too fast, I break out into hives and I get all itchy. And like just like as a female, shaving your entire body take like my showers are like an hour and a half, and like that is a whole chunk out of my day. I could be doing something so much better with my life, and
Mhm.
here I am being like, oh, I gotta get wet, I gotta do my hair. And then also my hair is 3 different colors. Do you know how long that takes to section off my hair, shampoo and condition individually each section of hair? Okay, now I gotta exfoliate my body, now I got to shave, oh, I gotta wash my face. And then it's like, okay, I'm out of the shower. Oh, I gotta put lotion on my entire body. Oh, wait, now I gotta wait here 30 minutes till my skin is fully dry. And I'm just like, oh, I hate it.
So do you not like swimming either?
I like swimming, but if my hair is like freshly clean, like I just showered, I'm like, I hate getting it in the chlorine because then I'm like, well, I'm just gonna have to shower again. And I gotta do this all over again.
Okay, so wait, I have so many questions. So do you shower daily then?
No.
No. What was your average? What is your average days amount without showering? 3, 2.
Okay, I mean, look, I'll just say this. I've been really depressed for the past few weeks, especially with this thing on my eyeball. And I
Mhm.
haven't taken a hat off for like maybe a week and a half. Um, let's just say this might be the longest I've gone without a shower in a minute. It's not great. I'm not doing well, okay?
Okay, I'm not laughing at you not doing well. I think that's terrible. But
No, but it's funny. Like I can laugh at myself.
how
Um,
many days has it been without a shower?
I don't even
5?
know more.
Shut your front door.
I'm not even kidding.
I know why he dumped your purse out. He was looking for deodorant. He was like,
I don't have BO. I don't smell. I'm lucky like that.
"Oh my lord." I mean, I do you, do you
You're
think
like,
it's
ew.
no, I'm just trying to I mean, I get it. So like 2 weeks. Has it been 2 weeks? Have you gone 2 weeks without showering?
I want to say it's probably been like a week and a half or so.
And when do you have like a plan to shower again?
Yeah.
Is that on
After this.
after this conversation?
Uh,
Oh my lord. Do you
usually I go like 4 days.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Will you when you will you go out to clubs or places and just get ready, but without showering?
Yeah, I'll like throw a hat on or a bandana. Like if you ever like if I'm ever wearing any type of thing on my head, you're like, haven't showered.
I'm gonna be like week and a half, easy. Okay. Are you still talking to those two dudes who are really concerned with how much sleep you're getting?
Wait, wait, what?
Last show, we were like, I was talking to some guy, or there's these two guys who I met who took our table, and I hang out with them all the time now,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
wanted me to skip the podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they want me to come hang out after this, and I was like, I gotta shower. I gotta like do some life. Because like one of them, I love them to death, but one of them is like so oh god, I hope he never watches this because I'm not trying to talk shit, but he's so like codependent in our friendship right now.
Mhm.
So it's like he calls me first thing in the morning. When are you coming over? What are we doing? Are we going on a hike? Let's work on our computers, blah blah blah. And I'm like, my eyeballs aren't even open yet.
Mhm.
So I feel like, whoa, that's a bug. I feel like because I'm like I do this all the time where I create new friends and then I am around them so much that I almost like forget to live my own life. And I think that's contributed into like why I haven't showered for so long because I have
Mhm.
not been home, haven't
Right.
been taking I just immediately I put on clothes, gather up all my shit, and then I'm like, okay, going to my friend's house, and I like live there for the day until I come home like around dinner time, whatever, to like let my dog out and then just basically go to bed. Um, yeah,
I want to be in. I want to live in your brain for like 2 minutes.
no, it would be hell. It's hell.
I just want to look around and just be like, huh.
It's hell on earth. Let me tell you what. I'm like, God, if I could escape this shit for 2 seconds, I just want to like zoom out of perspective for 5 seconds and be like, oh, okay, like it's so much easier than we really think it is.
Mhm.
Like I have like a hamster wheel going on up in here 24/7. I'm like, I don't know how to get myself out of it to just be like, just do one thing. We don't know.
Mhm.
We don't know how we're gonna make it to be, a famous singer one day. Just what are we gonna do right now today? And I overwhelm myself with so many things, and I get like paralyzed all the time, and then nothing gets done.
Were you speaking of being a famous singer? Were you able to get work off on the 30th
The 30th.
or the 16th? No, it's the 30th. When I wanted to ask you last week
Oh,
about doing that show at the Mint.
oh, it's next week.
What's the 30th?
I thought it was like tomorrow.
Oh, is it? Fuck, I hope not. No, it's the 30th.
Okay.
It's a Thursday, next Thursday.
Oh, wait, what's today?
23rd, 22nd.
Oh, okay.
I have nothing for you on the 22nd. Maybe that was another person. But
No,
do you work
no,
on do you work on the 30th? Because if you don't, you should come sing because they're making me
I
do music.
I let me check my schedule. I'm pretty sure I work on okay, I'm not scheduled yet actually. So maybe I can let them know.
Yeah, I mean all we would need is like an hour of practice before.
Yeah.
And then we could just go to the show. Like you could get over here, we'd practice for like an hour, go to the show, I'd get you back.
Yeah. Cool. Let me see. I will text them after the show and be like, "Hey."
Cool. Cool. Nice. And you know what? You don't even need to shower before then. There's no pressure. No pressure. No pressure at all. You want to wear a hat? No problem.
Oh, I have problems, all right? I need to be in like some deep therapy. I just know it. I
So,
just know.
but if you're happy, but that like brings us to the next question. If you're happy, do you shower more? Because it seems like you don't. Because it seems like it's a big event for you.
Um it really depends. It depends on what's going on in my life. Like if I'm seeing a new guy that I like, oh, I'm in the shower like every other day.
Every other day, you step it up
Yeah.
to every other day.
Oh yeah.
When you had your moment with what's his name, what's his
Yeah.
tequila, every
Mhm.
other day.
Oh yeah, I was like, I was like, that's the thing, and that's something I really dislike about myself is I instead of prioritizing myself and being excited about my life and what I'm doing, I get excited about like these external factors, specifically a boy, because I don't know, maybe I wasn't loved the way I needed to be as a child.
You're romantic.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a hopeless romantic, but like, um, I I get so excited by that, and that really like fulfills like this void in my heart that I have that
Hmm.
like it it um it makes me like so excited to just like be alive and like well I'm talking to somebody, I like them, they like me, or even if they don't really like me the way I really think they do. I have this idea in my head. I'm like, how can I make them like me? And I start like doing everything that I should be doing. That's when I get all my ducks in a row, is when I really like somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and where I kind of in this weird phase of like, do they like me? Do they not? Like, what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
I will get my shit together and I'm on top of everything. And then like once it ends, I'm like, wah, wah.
So you're
All
motivated
right.
by love, or you're motivated by connection.
Yeah, but like, why am I not motivated by my own goals? Like I am, but like I feel like I've become so like, I don't even know how to explain it. Depression, man. What can I tell? What can
Well, are
I
you
say?
okay? So like, let's say, pick any guy's name that is a guy that you don't know at the moment. Pick any name,
That I don't know.
just any name. Just pick any male name.
Okay, Brian.
Is that a real person that you know?
No.
Okay. Is that really a person that you know? Do you
Do I
know? Do you know a Brian?
right now?
Yeah,
No.
perfect. So let's say you meet a Brian,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden everything goes perfect with Brian. You guys,
Yeah.
you're showering every other day. You're hanging out. You haven't worn a baseball hat in a minute. You're just buying lotion by the quart so you can just bask in it when you get out of the shower. Um, and things are going well. You're talking on the phone. It's not annoying. He doesn't dump your purse. He doesn't care about how much sleep you have. He's supportive of your music, and you get to a point where you are now the perfect level of success that you've always wanted. You are
Yeah.
now the level of fame that you've wanted, and you and Brian are together. But do you then project the image that you're single so that more people will appreciate your music? Or do you just be like, I'm a great singer and I'm with Brian?
No, because I think at that point, like you gotta there's yeah, there is definitely like a thing to like a woman being single and like having people fawn over her, yada 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 yada. But also there is like such a other niche of like people attaching themselves to couples.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like if I like found this person and grew successful while being with this person, or maybe I found them while I was already successful, whatever, people will get so attached to you being in that relationship. They want to know all the tea. They want to know all the drama. They want to like see the cute videos, whatever. So I think really, if it were a picture perfect relationship, oh, I would eat that shit up. I'd be like, let's film something really dumb and funny or whatever. Let's get the fans going. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I would play into probably like being in a relationship, unless I wanted to be like very mysterious and I'm like, no, I'm so private about my relationships, no one can know anything. But I don't think that's me, because I'm so outwardly, here's my entire life.
So, but you're a talented lady.
Yeah.
You're a good singer. You're a good songwriter. You've got a good brain on you when it's not runaway train brain, and you have all these qualities that could take you to the place that you want to go. But for some reason, you need a Brian to get you that fire to really get it all going. That is so, like, if I were a therapist, I would have a field day with this.
Yeah, no, sometimes I like pretend to interview myself, like as if I were like, if I pretend sometimes that someone's interviewing me, like I'll be driving around and I'm like giving them my answers as if I'm like, famous person. And I'm like, here's my entire life. This is why I am the way I am.
Yeah.
And I had this moment the other day where I was doing this little bit to myself and I was like, I had to like get into character. I was like really like, like my 20s were really hard. Like I just like for the longest time, like I really wanted someone to save me. I don't know what it is, but like I just thought like me, myself, and I can never accomplish it. And I needed someone to come along and save, help me, teach me how to make money, save money, teach me how everything's gonna go in life. I just want someone to like show me the ropes, because I don't know. No one's ever taught me that. And I don't know how to teach myself. And I was like literally doing this whole bit. And I'm like, oh, that's my problem. I have this whole idea that this knight in shining armor is going to come in and be like, here's the world. This is how we're going to get you from A to Z. Don't worry about a thing. That's so unrealistic.
There's have you ever heard the phrase, no one's coming to save you, girl?
100%. 100%. I tell myself that every day, but yet still here I am, just like, it'll happen. I don't need to teach myself what I need to teach myself. I'm
There's
really I'm really just like digging myself a grave here, because I'm like, I could have been doing this shit 5 years ago.
there's a song that I heard on a loop, and it was either TikTok or Instagram, and it was the person who posted it said, realistic expectations or unrealistic expectations, and there was a yes no opportunity, and it was a loop of some girl saying, 6'5", blue eyes,
Oh.
trust fund. And
Yeah.
it was 85% of the people thought that that was realistic. And I was like, what? What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's fun. But aren't you also still in your 20s? You could finish
Yeah, no,
strong.
I know totally, totally. But I was just like imagining, like, oh, maybe when I'm like 30 something and I'm like really, really successful, and they're just like, how'd you get to where you are? And I'm like, my 20s were really hard. I wanted someone to save me. Like, I just like, I do this bit with myself all the time. It's so hilarious. I'm like, who's interviewing me? Who am I talking to?
All
Yeah.
right. All right. So we're gonna rapid fire the rest of the topics.
Okay.
Do you have one in the chamber for me or anything that you want to talk about?
Well, how was your dentist appointment?
Oh yeah, we can. Oh yeah, I'll talk about that real quick. Dentist, like the dentist I go to is so fear based. It's
Okay.
like it's like you get in there and they want you to. They try to make you not be able to, like, they want you to walk out having spent 500 or 700 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like you walk in, I'm like, I'm here to get my teeth cleaning. Oh, you haven't had X-rays since the last time you were here. I'm fine. I don't need X-rays. Oh, well, you also need a fluoride treatment and an irrigation treatment. How much is that? 325. Fuck off. Like
Yeah.
I just got here. I'm like, and it's crazy. So, but it's amazing the power of no in Los Angeles to doctors and dentists. Like, because they'll be like, you need this, 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 and this. I'm like, you're selling me? Well, you can get by with just this.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was fine. I got my teeth cleaned, but of course I'm going back in 4 months to see if everything's better. So it's fine. All right. So you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Which who would be the best and worst celebrity to go on a cross country car ride with?
Okay, I think best would probably be like Seth Rogen.
Okay.
I think that would be so fun.
Okay.
Worst.
hmm
God. Oh God. Lord help me. Um,
Any answer is correct.
um, don't come for me. Worst, I would say maybe like, oh, I don't even know.
Okay. You don't have to answer. I'll say best celebrity in the whole world to go on a cross country trip with would be Rachel Bilson, because I'd be like, tell me about how much money you made in the ice cream commercial. And
Mm.
she wouldn't understand it. And then I'd say worst celebrity to probably have to go on a car ride with Kid Rock, because you'd have to drive the whole
Mm.
day. He wouldn't be sober.
Ooh, Flava Flav, I think would be a bad one to go with.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Name a show, movie, TV, like song, concert. Name some form of art that changed your life.
Ooh, have you seen the show The OA on Netflix?
No.
I don't know that it like changed my life per se, but like I've never seen like such a well written show, and it was just so great and inspiring. Like the girl who wrote it also starred in it and also directed it. And then the show got canceled after season 2, so then it left you on like such a cliffhanger, and everyone was so mad that they didn't get picked up for a 3rd season. But like that show was like, oh, I could rewatch it. Like it was so good.
All right, I'll check out the OA. I'm watching Louder Milk and Lucifer right now. They're both pretty good.
Okay.
Name something that young people do, and you're a young people. Like, what do you guys do on the reg?
God, it depends
Not
on.
shower.
No, it depends, I guess, like in what, especially like in LA, what realm are you in? Are you into like going out and drinking and vaping? Are you into like, let's make content 24/7? Or are you a rave girl? Let's go to Venice Beach and like take ecstasy and ketamine all the time. Or you are an aspiring somebody and you work a freaking service job all the time and your life is hell, and you try to fit everything else into it.
So you got to find your realm.
Yeah.
What realm are you in?
I'm the service hell who's trying to fit everything else in,
Okay.
and then I'm just dying.
Okay. Cosplay, role play, fun or not fun?
I've never done it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can anyone ever be canceled?
for sure.
Okay.
I think there's a certain extent to where it's unredeemable, but I think there's also certain times where people are canceled to such an extreme extent for something that could be forgiven. And then it's like, why not give them a second chance? We're humans, we make mistakes. Just because someone's on such a big platform means, yeah, yes, people are going to scrutinize them, but doesn't mean they need to be canceled forever, unless it's like something really terrible, like if you murdered somebody or did something like really freaking crazy. I understand that, but like I don't know, there's smaller things that I think like, yeah, okay, we can be mad about, but then in a month it's like, okay, there's still a person, let's move on.
Copy. I don't think it's possible to be canceled anymore. Anyone who's been canceled recently has become more famous.
That's also very true. Yeah.
Bugs. Do you love them or you hate them?
I hate them.
Okay, good enough. All right, well, good episode, girl. There was one last thing I wanted to say that I had this commercial that I heard that reminded me of nothing, but it was just great. It was on the radio and it was like, girl, I'm pregnant right now. I don't even know what to do. And the other one's like, girl, I hear you. I was pregnant once and it was a lot of work. It takes a village, girl. That's why. And everything was girl. And I was like, this is Hannah's target demo. With girl.
No.
Not the topic, obviously, but
No, but I shamelessly or shamefully don't say girl. I say bruh.
I know you do. I know you do.
Like,
All right. All right. Well, let's hang up, and then I will ask you a question off the air,
Okay.
and then we'll move forward.
Amazing.
Bye.